Right, just been in that old pub. Some very nice panelling in there. I was going to strike my camera in there, but I thought better of it. Had a bottle of J2O fruit juice. Very refreshing. There's a crag up there, look at that. That looks a bit dodgy. It's leaning over. You see where that flag is? It's like it's going to crumble into the valley. By now we're at 20 miles up. Yeah, fasten my helmet, it feels a bit loose. Right, next stop, petrol station, and after that, Devil's Bridge, Kirby, Lonsdale. Oh, it's got a crick in my hip. You ever done that? Sat down and it feels like your leg joint's coming out of your hip. Is it just me? It's just bikes, innit? They're not designed for tall people. I've gone through a bit of a queue. Oh, they're both going. Come on, Grandpa. No. Yeah, come on, you old fart. Move. The queue. Not necessarily take your helmet off, are they? No, good. Common sense prevails. I think it's only in big cities you panic. So if anyone wants to pinch petrol, come to the countryside. Oh, we're not that low. Oh, behind, are we? It's normally 140 miles, but I thought just to be safe than sorry, I'll fill up here. What are we on? No, it's near enough. 17 quid's near enough, isn't it? Normally more expensive out in the sticks for fuel. How do you do? £17? Could I have a look at it with part of the change, please? For 40 million? Yes, please. Are they £1? Oh yeah, I'll have a pound one. It don't matter, it's just usually. Oh, no, number 11. Yeah, thank you very much. Lovely jubbly, thank you very much. Right. Alright. $40 million, that'll just be me. One-way ticket to the Seychelles. Still here want Seychelles in a day like this. England is just perfect when it's like this, cloudless sky and nice and blue. Who wants to be led on a beach? That must be part of, well, it is in the railway line, settled to Carlisle. I wonder how long it takes. 2 hours or so. 0. There we are. 113 miles, so it was about 2/3 empty. If those hackers are charging cry, why not? A little bit delayed. There's some lovely ladies about. There's a sunshine and bring them all out. Bloody hell, I can't see a white line. It's worn smooth. No alcohol in J2Os, is there? Imagine drifting on a white line like that. Well, I've got a good excuse. Couldn't see it. No, this is a nice road out of Settle and rejoining the A65, which goes up to Kendal, I think. Slap bang in the middle of the Lake District. If this unbroken sunshine is up there, imagine what the views are like up there today. It'd be packed though, won't it? It'd be full of bloody day trippers or weekend trippers. Blind Summit. Alright. It's a nice biking road though, my god. Why isn't it like this all the way? One of the reasons I don't come here every Sunday is I just got bored with the ride. You know, this is nice, but when you rejoin the main road, it's not really a pleasant ride. It's very, very busy with cars and caravans all heading to the Lake District. And there's loads of police. I once got pulled over. 2 sports bikes shot by me doing over 100. I was on my old Silverwing GL 500. And the copper overtook the bikers because they slowed down when they saw his flashing light. Plainclothes copper, big fat bloke. He overtook them, and then I caught them up, of course, and he said, "You 3 in!" I thought, three? I'm not a hooligan. I'm not a hoonigan. Yeah, he said, "You 3 in," so pull into the lay-by. Oh no, you can go. But because I pulled in and it was bumper to bumper traffic, it took 5 minutes to pull out again. And then when I got to Settle, I ordered me butty, Kirby Lonsdale Devil's Bridge, I ordered me butty and a brew, and these 2 bikers turned up 10 minutes later. I said, "What happened?" "Your boots is on you for speeding." I said, "Oh well, can't escape plain unmarked police cars, can you?" So you know what I mean about speed. I could have pulled out then, but you never know how fast these fuckers are going. I'll pull out now. See, it says speed cameras, but no evidence of them here, is there? 13 miles to Kirby Lonsdale. So theoretically we should be there in less than 10 minutes, but I was only going slow last time because this road surface had just been redone and it was all loose gravel. Imagine taking this bend on loose gravel. Would be a bit scary. As you can see, I'm taking it easy. Take it easy, get there in one piece. Safe and sound, enjoy the ride, look at the scenery, and save the terrorising about for track days. Not that I have any interest at all in them. There's still a cafe here. I want to stop for a nice meal at a cafe here. Let's have a look. Should be looking at that nice view, but no, that's not it. That nice view. That is a nice view. It's a nice view of the fells with the limestone cliffs. Strange thing is that, of course, limestone is the remnants of sea creatures, little crustaceans. So all this was under the sea millions of years ago. Isn't that amazing? All this, you know, we're high up now, pretty high above sea level, and yet it was under the sea. So how deep was the sea millions of years ago? Not that cafe, no. Must have closed down, it wasn't this far up. And this is familiar. I once was on Hero with my night talk and my starter motor packed up. Imagine that. I had to bump start it on this bit even though it's not hilly. Night Talk 700. I actually mended it myself because I had a bit of a bad service due with DK Spurs in Stoke-on-Trent. They meant to do spares for, you know, import bikes. Hello, are you going to start a motor for American Nighthawk CB700 SC Nighthawk S 1984. Yeah, Nighthawk, yeah. And they sent it, and it was completely wrong. And I waited a week, and my bike were off road for a week. Luckily I had two bikes then. I had my old Silverwing. I intended selling my Silverwing, but before I could sell it, you know, my Nighthawk went tits up with the starter motor. So yeah, the wrong starter motor rack, completely wrong model. I think it was for the CBX 750, the British one. You know, British market one. We're zapping past these. No, fuck it. So what I did, I'd sent to America quite recently, you know, in those days, for the proper service manual, which of course showed an exploded view of the starter motor, and it was a lot simpler than I thought. So I just took it apart and noticed that the bloody, what do you call them? Well, the brushes were worn down to nothing, just bare wires. And the commutator bars, which are the little copper plates the brushes rub on, were all uneven little bumps, and that's what had worn the bloody brushes down. So I took the spindle out with the copper bars on, put it into my drill, you know, I gripped it in the jaws of the drill, so in effect I'd created a high-speed lathe, and just ground down the copper about 2mm. There were plenty of copper on, there were about 7mm. So I just ground it down until it was smooth, put everything back together, got some new brushes, about 20 quid, right as rain. And about 2 weeks after that, my old Silverwing got smashed up, so I couldn't sell it. I was rear-ended on the way to work by this dickhead from work, actually, one of the welders. So I just had my Nighthawk, which I kept for 3 or 4 years, before trading that in for my CB 1300 Super 4. Lovely jubbly. But of course I've downsized now, because when I moved to that little house, my big 1300 wouldn't fit in the backyard. So I just had little bikes ever since. I had a little 900 ever since. So what I mean about these roads, there's some straight bits, but if the speed cameras everywhere and coppers potentially, you can't really enjoy it, can you? And it's not very scenic, you know, it's all flat. There's a sign somewhere for White Scar Cave, some caverns. No, I've never been. Somewhere down here. It feels longer than 13 miles, this journey. I suppose it does when you're tootling along. I must think I'm a copper with this vest on. That's why he's not doing 60 or 70 or 80. Still, I've got my blue helmet, not a white one. I thought again a fluorescent one, natural, will make a nice fluorescent one. No, but why bother? I once had 5 helmets and you can only wear one at once, so why go mad? Can you hear me above this wind noise? It's windy. Can you hear me, mother? Turned out nice again. Oh, a bit of cloud up round, that's the Lake District up there, all the hills. Well, the beginnings of it. That'll be Windermere. I think Windermere is the first big Lake District town you come to, just north of Carnforth. And Carnforth is where that car show was last year. on one of my other uploads. If you're a regular viewer like my viewer in Cheltenham, you'll know what I mean. Activity toys? What are you talking about? Activity toys? Oh, that's a nice little hill. Oh, garden toys. Should say sex toys. What to get everyone in. You know what's here? Like an Orton. And a chrome tank. The old empty barn. Did I ever tell you the story of the old empty barn, Captain Mannering? No, Fraser, you didn't. Ingleton, twinned with La Chapelle des Medias. Very nice. It's just where the caves are. I think they are. White Scar Caves, Ingleton. There's a few biker roads off the beaten track around here. My brother used to go to Dent. You know, been to Dent? Nope. And then what's that other one? I forgot now. There is a biker place. All there is a road and a cafe. I've never been there neither. Probably about 15 miles away, but what's it called? I forgot. Smile, you miserable cunts. So we're on the road to the Lake District, Dalesworth. Buy your waterproof, oh there we are, White Scar Caves up there. Buy your waterproof clothes here, buy your hiking boots. I could never do that, walking for miles amongst the hills. I'd be totally knackered. I'd probably have a heart attack and die. Plus, how do you get walking in those boots? You look very uncomfortable. I feel like working in my work boots, which cripple my toes. I've got nasty blisters on my sides of my big toes where they're rubbing. So imagine walking for miles in them. No. No, 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 I couldn't do it. I think I've wore trainers for hiking. No, then, just to turn off for Lancaster. Yep, there it is. 687, 683. Be careful of turns here. Turning traffic. 6 miles to Kirby. I think there's an alternate road. You don't have to come all this way back just to turn off for Lancaster, because that's where I intend going. I might even go to Morecambe. Film down Morecambe Promenade. Not that there's anything there. So where's this other turn off? I know when you go right from the Devil's Bridge, Barkermeet, you go through a little village called Whittingham, and that takes you to Lancaster eventually, but is it the same road as that? I can't remember. How's the wind noise doing? Fully closed, it's fine, so I'll check in a minute. Yep, it's fully closed, but it's still noisy. I should wear earplugs, I think that's why I'm slightly deaf. I'm not doing so bad for 50. Only my own teeth and hair. Too late to bother about my hearing now, but imagine wearing earplugs. All you could hear is a horrible, deathly quiet. I prefer to hear a bit of wind noise. They remind me that I'm still alive. Ooh, what's that? Ooh! Put lime on the fields or something. Unless it's a big pile of shite that's turned white with a salt content. Eee! Dirty. Hey mate, to the caravan, like that, up in Ocean Edge, near Morecambe actually. There's some really good nights out around Lancaster and Morecambe. Good night on the piss. And Lancaster had 4 Indian restaurants at the time. He had to sell it though because the site fees were extortionate. Even in winter he had to pay a small fortune just for the site fees. So after 2 years he sold it. It only cost him £3,500, but new they're about 40,000 quid. I wouldn't mind having a caravan myself. Just imagine having a little place to get away every weekend. It'd be marvellous. Not miles away, just something like Morecambe, 30 miles away, or a Blackpool, 20 miles away. I watched in Top Gear with their caravan special. And it must have all been set up, a lot of bollocks. The caravan got on fire. That's what I don't like about Top Gear, all the little staged antics. If you're just off the cuff, fair enough, but obviously it's staged a fire. And they asked an old couple in the next caravan, why do you come caravanning just to sit on a folding seat and go to sleep? And she couldn't answer. She said, well, we just fill the toilet up. I don't know why she said that, what a silly thing to say. It's just a chance of being somewhere different instead of sat at home watching TV. You know, if it's in a nice countryside setting, just enjoy the tranquility and peace. If it's in the seaside, no need to book hotels, just get a taxi into town and enjoy the seaside, and back to the caravan. Yeah, when I had a bit of money I thought I should buy a caravan. They're all about £12,000-15,000, the ones I looked at. No, in Morecambe and Blackpool. So I didn't bother. We could have been heading there right now. I think Morecambe's gone a bit downhill though since we were there. When we were there, the pleasure beach was still open. It was called Frontierland and it's demolished now. Imagine demolishing an amusement park. And I thought they were going to sell the land to housing developers, but it's still a bloody derelict wasteland 20 years on. Well, nearly 30 years on. Can't be so far off now. This has been exciting for you. The Whoop Hole Inn. Is that the turn off? Be a bit of a... oh, there we are, yeah, Lancaster. Be a bit of a dodgy experience turning there. We'll see when we come back this way. There we are, there's a biker turn off. Behind this silver car, and we're wearing a high vis, so we should be safe. cocksucker. Won't slow down them cars, do they, bastards? Nearly clipped back of that bike. Fucking gobshites. There's just no common courtesy. And it's like me, I'll slow down, flash that biker to go. Instead of being a total cunt. Is there any room? A bit congested, oh, a bit of room there. Let's have a look at the bikes. I don't feel too bad. I think it's because these leather jeans are a bit more comfortable than bib and brace. They give a bit more. The latest Fireblade. Imagine if my bike had that engine instead. Ouch, I've got a pain in my todger. You sat right on the nerve, aren't you, when you sit on a bike? Can't give it a rub. Fried onions from the burger van. Let's have a look at this drop where people jump off. I might really just scratch myself here. Devil's Bridge, a key crossing point. This is one of the finest medieval bridges still existing. Blah 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 blah. Built in the 14th to 15th century by the monks of St. Mary's Abbey in York. Them stones right from that time. 1930s traffic accident. I don't think anyone's going to be jumping off today. When do you jump off there? You can see it's quite deep there, about 20 feet maybe. Can't see any fish. Look at the other side. Oh, that looks better, doesn't it? Looks a lot deeper. Well, I'm not tempted to have a burger. I might go to that biker cafe in Morecambe. I've not had anything proper to eat. I just didn't feel like it yesterday. Let's have another look at the bikes now, knock it off. And then ready for part 3. I wonder if Gizzy Goebel's been up here. I haven't heard from him for ages. He's not speaking to me. Oh, BSA. Twin as well. And the old Continental. Oh. CDC. I think that's 66, isn't it? D-Reg. BSA is nice. So there's a new Continental GT, an exact replica of that. Fiberglass tank. Remember my videos from Manchester? That's what I was filming at Manchester. Well, that's it. Very nice, and a copper valves on it. Right, I think I'll knock it off with the final sweep of the road. Goodbye for now. Part 3 coming up.